and I had this like I still have it, this journal from when I was 8, and I wrote, my dream is to be a world famous singer. You can't even give your best self to one when you don't actually like love yourself, when you're not actually grateful for the genuine people you have in your life now. Like,
that's true.
What does that look like?
Welcome back to another episode of Spin the Record. I'm Marcella, your host, and it's about that time that we have a conversation that hits the right note so you can hear it, feel it, and remember it. And today we have the beautiful Isa Marina in the house. What's up, baby? How are you?
I'm doing good, feeling good. I just released a new single, Lealtad, last Thursday. So I'm
Yes. Are you gonna perform that? You're gonna perform that for us today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so we have an exclusive, a newbie, baby. Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited to have you, hear your story, learn a little more about you. You know, let's talk about how we met.
Yes,
we met at an event, right? It was
we were performing. It was like performances and vendors. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was like behind, I don't know, but it was hidden. It was hidden. It was a cool vibe. I got to meet you, and I was like, "Oh, this girl could sing." Like,
I thought the same thing. I was like, and you opened up the show.
Yeah,
so I was like, "That's brave."
Yeah, no,
that's hard.
You know, no,
period.
But yeah, when I met you, I love, for one, that you're Dominican. You're Dominican and Puerto Rican
and Cuban.
Oh, and Cuban. All right, close enough.
Yeah, I know.
Right. It's all vibes, you know, island vibes. Yeah, and I thought that you were super talented, and as I'm watching you on Instagram, I see like you're super professional and you're really invested in your craft. So congratulations to you. Hats off to you.
I appreciate that.
Tell the world who you are and what do you do.
Oh, wow. So I am a singer-songwriter from the Bronx. I sing Latin R&B. I started out in opera, actually. I was going to go to Juilliard.
I could totally hear that in your voice, actually. Yes, that's so cool.
Yeah, I started under the instruction of Marianela Sanchez because I actually went to high school in the Dominican Republic.
Okay, cool.
So that was like a really big life change that happened. My mom ended up having to leave the company she was at. I was about to start high school, and there was like a lot of financial things going on at that time too, just in general. And she had the opportunity, and we just left. So it was just like a big switch, but it ended up being really good for me because I was able to like take opera lessons and go to a private school. It was like a totally different life than what I was used to
imagine
at that time. But
you were raised in Bronx and then you went to DR last minute.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a shift.
Yeah, it was huge. At first I was sad, but I got used to it so quick.
Of course. And then
I loved it.
DR is a vibe. So
it was so fun. Like, it was so fun. And literally a lot of my like good close friends to this day are from that time in life. So that last year, 8th grade, and then
that's that
high
school right there.
No, literally loyalty. So
that's awesome.
That was really good. So I started like that. I didn't get into Juilliard. I didn't make it through the second round of auditions. I was like,
it's okay, girl. Don't say I didn't make it. It's okay. Everything happened for a reason,
no,
right?
It really was. I was just like, oh my God. And imagine at that age, of course that was the only school I applied to. Isn't that crazy? Like,
you had your heart set on it.
I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be like the one. And then I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Ended up losing a semester of school. Ended up at Pace University.
So you came back to the States after high school.
Yes. Okay. And so then
Were you in New York again?
Yes, I was in New York again. So then I started interning at Capitol Records.
Oh,
and then that's
awesome.
where I started learning about like being an independent artist. And I'm like, oh, okay, so I don't have to necessarily be signed to a label. And then there's different types of deals. And naturally, like, I learned a lot about the business, marketing, and strategy. And then I was also studying communication and criminal justice and English lit in school. I was doing a lot.
There's layers to this.
Yeah, I was
right
just like, I was working, interning. I was even cleaning people's dorms too for money and being a receptionist, and then going to school.
How old were you? College age, right?
I was 18, 19. Yeah.
And when you came back to the States, did you have, I would imagine you had family here. Did your mom come back with you, or your mom stayed?
My parents were back and forth. Okay. Sometimes my cousin would stay with me. It was a lot because thinking back now, like my family was in a lot of transition, not anything bad, but naturally, because it's like, okay, the kids are going to college now. We both wanted to come back here. My brother is super smart. He was also like in a lot of like programs and science with NASA. Like, I'm telling you, like we were just doing everything. But I knew I wanted to sing. That I always knew since I was little.
That's
so I was like,
cool.
okay.
So you stay true to your passion.
Yeah, and over there, like I was always like doing shows and performing at school. I was in musical theater. I was doing everything.
You were actress also. Well, I mean, you kind of have
We're
to
dramatic.
be if you're opera, like, because you got to like act with just your voice too. So that's incredible. Oh my God, I'd love to hear you sing opera. You might have to give us a little song. No pressure. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's go through your life story. So, so you're in school, you're doing 800 million, 5,000 things right now, and in Capitol Records, that's when you kind of learned more about the marketing aspect of things, because you do a great job on social media.
Thank you.
Promoting yourself. Do you have a team?
No.
This is all you.
That's all me. And of course, like I work with freelancers to help me come up with like certain creative, and obviously like the videos, like my video director, Caleb, like he's with On-Site Production Studios. So I work a lot with him recently this year. But like all of the stuff you see getting up there, even like the single covers and all that, that's me. Yeah.
Good job, girl.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So you're Norwood Management.
Yeah. I'm Norwood. Just
I love
FYI,
that.
I am Norwood.
Where does that name come from?
So the neighborhood where I'm from in the Bronx is called Norwood. So I was like, Norwood Entertainment is like perfect.
That's awesome, because you're already envisioning bigger things. Like it's not just you that's gonna be the artist. Right now, yes, you're the soul, you're the main, you're the everything. But eventually you can branch out to manage other artists. And especially with the knowledge of what you've attained as you're experiencing what you're going through, what you've already learned from before. So that's have you ever considered maybe like dropping an ebook or giving courses?
Yes. So like the past year I started just consulting, because I started the year laid off. That's how I started 2024. So I was like, oh my God, like, okay, in between time, what am I going to do? So I was like, well, I know a lot of artists in the community. Let me help them out with their marketing so they could start figuring out their audience and their niche. Because that's really what it is. Like, I feel like a lot of times people want those vanity numbers, that instant gratification. But the reality is, like, you could have them. Like, yeah, you could pay people to go in and comment and do the whole nine.
But it's not organic.
Fine. But when it's time for you to do a show or put a show
and
together,
nobody come through, you ain't gonna have the little bots coming through to your show.
No, like, and then that's the part. So I was just like, okay, with ads, like how I've done with other companies I've worked for, like, okay, you can find your audience. Yes, it's a paid placement, but you can start figuring out like, oh, who's actually already watching me, and how can I target these people, more of these same people, and build a community and like hone in on who I am as an artist. So I started doing that like with a couple artists in the community, and I was like, oh wow, like I could really
good at this.
Like I could really like create an agency and obviously still be an artist, but help other artists out in this way. Because I feel like, especially now, that's always kind of like a missing piece. Like,
absolutely,
it doesn't have to be like this elaborate thing like that you spend $1 million on. Like, obviously, over time, or like if you want to go really big and things like that,
you have to. It's an investment.
It's a part
in your
of
craft.
it. But you can start off little by little, at least to get an idea, and then be like, okay, so when I put this out, I know that people this age in this city love me already. So let me book a show there. Exactly. Let me book a show there and piggyback off of that, and like open up for artists that are local there. And now you're selling merch there. Now, because I look at it like this, like, we got to get to the bag. Yeah, this is not 100%. Just about, like, you know, cloud and looking a certain way or whatever. Like, you're investing a lot of money into this, into the clothes, into the makeup, into the videos, into mixing and mastering and the whole nine.
Everything.
So it's just like...
It's part of being an artist. You want to make sure that comes back to you.
You got to make sure it comes back, yeah.
But at least it's something that you love to do. You know?
I do.
But it's tough because it ends up being harder than, like, you know, a regular 9 to 5. Granted, what's tough about a 9 to 5, it takes your fucking soul away, you
No,
know?
literally, it's so tough. And I always find like, because that's the other thing. I do like 50, 11 jobs, 50, 11 things. And it's like, it's a lot of energy because you want to do well for the stuff you're working on for other people. Like, even if it is a 9 to 5, like, you want to do well.
Your work ethic. It's still a representation of you and who you are.
Plus the freelance, plus the music. And then that's also been a long journey of like trying to find a balance and not get too caught up in just the one thing or getting to the bag or like, oh, I gotta put out all this music and I want to do all this stuff, but it's like, well, don't run through your budget.
Don't run through your energy either. Yeah,
don't run through your energy, and now you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with myself, or just angry.
Overloading. Yeah. I have to admit, I definitely struggle with the balance part of things. When it comes to music, when it comes to anything, really. Is
that an Aries thing? Like,
it might be. We're both Aries.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely with everything in life, you know, finding, my boyfriend tells me all the time, you got to find balance. You got to find balance, because I'll focus on one thing and then go all gung-ho on that one thing and then forget about everything else. And it's not the right way to do things. You know, not that there's always a right and wrong way, but there are right and wrong ways sometimes. So let's talk about that, your balance, because again, you look like you are doing everything you need to do when it comes to the music. What are some other things that you have going on, if you don't mind sharing with us?
Oh my gosh. So, well, like I mentioned, like working within the community, working within companies, doing ad tech, because that's really, it's weird. Like one of my first jobs out of college was temping at Spotify, like when they first started, and it was doing like ad campaign management. I'm like, what's that? I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna learn.
And then I learned over time. So then that's what married into the marketing about like understanding.
And then another music place. You interned at Capitol Records, at Spotify.
Yeah. So
how did you like land these things? Did you specifically look for music things?
Applying. Like I feel like a lot of the things that I've gotten that are like, people would expect like, oh, like it was through a person. I was like, no, like even that internship, I remember I used to go to like the career services department. If you're in college, go to the career services department in your school. I promise I'll help you. I used to go to one specific, I forgot her name. I'm not going to remember now. But one of the ladies that worked there, she used to help me fix my resume all the time and submit into the system, whatever. And I was just submitting constantly to internships. And that one happened to be one that I got. I'm like, oh my God, it would be so cool if I got this. And I actually got it.
And it happened.
Yeah, it happened. And I started in the classical music department.
Perfect
for you. So it worked out.
Perfect for you.
So it worked out. And so, yeah. So all that to say, I got a lot of stuff going on with ad tech. Obviously, my new EP Eros is coming out in November, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
So by the time this episode comes out,
it will be out.
You can check it out. We don't have to put the link on the bottom or something, so everyone can go check it.
So it's been a lot of focus on just the ad tech aspect and putting out my EP. So I've been putting out all of these singles. Volver. That was like my first single out since, oh my God, I want to say almost 3 to 4 years.
Wow, really, girl? I would have never guessed. Like, you look like you're like consistently dropping shit. Like, I'm like, go ahead, girl. You
gotta know how to finesse the content.
But you're doing a great job. And like, you're also taking advantage of everything that social media has to offer. Yeah. Like you send the messages like, hey, check this out.
I try.
If you didn't see it, bitch, you're gonna see it now.
No, literally. I'm like, if the algorithm is not in my favor, I don't care. I gotta send something.
You do.
I gotta send something.
And I applaud you for that, because that takes a lot of consistency, a lot of work. It takes a lot. So
no, it does. And it's funny because even with that, I didn't used to like to do it at first, but I was like, oh, wonderful site for my independent musicians, Fiverr, Fiv. Yes. I love me some Fiverr.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me meet up with a social media management girl, because I was like, oh my God, I was like breaking my brain at one point with that. And she was the one actually who was like, like I know sometimes the algorithm and things like that, but reach out to people and blah, 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 blah. She kind of got me in that mode of like, rework your old content. Like these new people, they don't know you. So like even videos from like years ago that at this point it's just like, okay, maybe
it's old to you but new to them.
Exactly. Like don't be afraid to rework it and put it out there again, because they haven't heard those songs. So.
And nobody's gonna do that for you. Like if you don't have the team, no one's gonna know you unless you make yourself known.
Exactly. Get on Canva, get on CapCut, use Fiverr, get on all the things to like help yourself out for the, in between the time. Like because it's hard to have like a full-blown team 24/7, so
And
like
it's a lot of
tap
money
in.
if you don't have
It
the funds
is.
yet,
It is. And if you have talented friends, like my friend Desi, who's a talented stylist, like I'm like, hey, can you, I know you're starting to do your thing. Can you help me out with these things? Can we work something
Yeah,
out?
you always
Like,
looking fly. So shout outs to Desi.
no, literally, shout out to her. And it's just like, even that, like, tap into your community. Like, sometimes you don't think, but it's like, if you really sit down to think, there's a ton of talented people around you that I was like, oh wait, such and such, they do music, but they also know about audio editing, or they do this and also this, and just work something out and
make your own
everybody.
community.
Yeah, like everybody helps each other along their purpose. Like, it has to be a balance.
Yeah, I like that. You're amazing. I didn't know like everything was just like this one-stop shop.
No.
Like you do it all. So I think that's so cool. I just like gained a little bit more respect for you. So that's awesome, because I definitely know it's so much. Your brain is pulled in so many directions when you're doing those things, because you're not only, that's something that a lot of artists are missing, the business part of the music, so it's easy to be a creative, it's easy to be an artist, maybe not always, maybe not 100%, but what's tough is that the business part of things, like you're doing the marketing, the promoting, the reaching out to people, those little things that people think might be annoying,
I know,
but you have to do it. You have to do it,
to.
and yeah, I think that's great that you're doing that. So
thank you.
Yeah. So tell me something else about all right, so let's backtrack a little bit. When you went to DR and you started doing opera, were you always knowing that you wanted to do music? Like, did you sing before? Okay.
Yeah, I was always in choir in school, singing in church. Let me tell you, when I was 5, I was so dramaed out. When I was 5 years old, I don't know what silly stuff happened at the house. I know I was like, and I used to have like on my windowsill in that in the Bronx apartment, you could oversee like Bronx River, the projects across, I think like Eden, is it Eden? Whatever no, it's not Eden Mall, but the projects across in Gun Hill Road and all that, you could see all the way out. And I was like looking out like, I'm gonna be a singer, I'm gonna make it out of here, I'm gonna do it. I was so, and I remember that so vividly because I was so dramaed out. And I even have like a journal entry, because I love to journal, and I save all of them like over the years. And I had this like I still have it, this journal from when I was 8, and I wrote, my dream is to be a world famous singer and to be a wife and have 2 kids. Literally, that's my dream.
Only
I have
2
kids. Only 2.
Do you still want 2 kids?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I could do a couple more, but let's see how the patience. Let's see how the patience gets me. But I knew that from then, like from when I was 5, and then writing that at 8, like so clearly, like I was really from young. And the thing is too, my grandmother on my dad's side, my paternal grandmother, Isa, she was a big actress in her day in Cuba, in the 40s and 50s, and singer. And she used to sing at a lot of the famous performance spots during that time that all the celebs, well, before everything happened, all the celebs used to go down to visit during that time. And
so it's in your blood.
Yeah.
Are you named after her?
Yes.
So
I'm named after my 2 grandmas. So Isa from Isaura, so technically I'm Isaura, and Marina from my maternal grandma.
Okay, that's so cute.
Yeah. And on my mom's side, my grandfather Marcelo, I was gonna tell you, my brother's name is also Marcelo, and we call him Chelo.
Okay.
Like,
some people call me Chela, and that's cool.
So he used to play a lot of music too, and guitar, and he was in politics. He was involved in politics as well. So he used to write a lot of the songs for like, for marches and stuff like that. Because during the era of Trujillo, some of my family members, that's what like I had a lot of friends in New York ask me like, how did your family get here so early? Because my family's been in New York since way before the 80s.
Wow. Okay.
Like 50s, 60s already. So I was like, well, they helped take down Trujillo and they had to like leave.
They had to clear it.
They couldn't stay. Obviously, eventually they would go back, but they couldn't stay. So a whole lot of family history there that already motivated me, and like a lot of people in my family, again, would be involved like in the public eye in some way. So I was like, okay, like I can do this because my grandma does this, and yeah.
So it was always, you were already heavily influenced by music with your family. Okay.
Yeah, like karaoke machine. My dad had bought me like again, vivid memories that I have, like this big karaoke machine, and he gave me Madonna's album. What is it? The Immaculate Collection. He used to love Madonna. What, it was like a collectibles album, whatever. And I was like, get into the groove, boy, you've got to prove
Yeah.
Like, I have so many memories.
I think I love that album where that song came from. Was that the one that had Cherish?
I think so.
Whatever album that was, I swear I was obsessed with that album. I was like, I'm Madonna.
No, literally. And like even from Don Francisco, from all that, like, and seeing Celine, I'm like, oh my God. I have so many. I could go on for hours, but I won't do that to you. But I knew from a very young age, and I just kept it like, okay, like I had other side quests. Like at one point I thought, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to do this because there's a lot of lawyers in my family. And I was like, I want justice. Blah, 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 blah. Didn't do that. But, you know,
you still find, music, you find ways to tie that into. Because music, you can bring justice to the world like that.
Yes, you can. With the music and through the business. Like making sure, like, oh, I wish you would. I'm calling my lawyer.
That's fast. Yeah. So let's talk about how you journal. You know, creatives are very sensitive people. And, you know, I always like to think of music as a form of therapy, which it is. So how has journaling, is that your way to kind of like, you know what I'm trying to say? I can't get the words out. Like to bring yourself.
Yeah, journaling, rage rooms. That was recent.
Rage rooms?
Oh, yeah, where you could go in and rage and break stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I did that for the first time this year in January after a little situation I had. And I was like, I couldn't cry or anything. And I hit up my best friend, Lisa, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. I like journaled. I did bubble baths. I prayed. I felt angry. Like, I don't know what to do. And my friend was like, girl, you're just angry as hell. Go to a rage room. She found it for me and I broke everything. I was like, and then I was crying.
This is great.
I feel so much better. But, you know, every once in a while. But journaling for me has always been a big part of my life because I feel like you mentioned, we're sensitive creatures. And sometimes like even making sense of certain emotions, sometimes they lead into lyrics or like conversation. I'll like have like little bits of journals, like even for the song Lealtad, like my latest single, well, all of them actually, all of the ones that have come out, like I've gone back to journal entries, like, ooh, I'll have these phrases, I'll write them in my notes. So like, so you implement them
into the song. So journaling is like an avenue to songwriting.
Yeah, it leads to songs, but it's definitely one of those ways that I utilize to like just get those feelings out. Or sometimes because we're doing so much at once, it's like,
in your head.
I feel so crazy, or like I can't think straight. I always say like, me pongo bruta. Like I don't know, I don't know what I got going on. And so like, but journaling helps me make sense of like my day, my thoughts. I'm like, oh, I'm not actually that. I'm not tripping out that bad. I just needed to get these thoughts. Yeah.
I feel like journaling for me is like reading myself in a third person almost. So like once I write whatever it is that comes out, I'm like, okay, like you said, you know, you analyze yourself and you're like, okay, you get like different understanding for like of yourself, you know. So I think it's pretty cool. And so you mentioned that, I was like, oh, we like to journal. We like journalers here. So let's talk about your writing style, because you just mentioned that sometimes when you journal, it might inspire a song, or you might go back in your journal entries to find inspiration for a song. I like to ask all my guests, because there's so many different ways that people come up with songs. Sometimes, you know, it might be to a beat. It might be just the words come to you and then maybe you match it to a beat. What's your particular style of writing? What's your favorite?
Wow. There's a lot of different ways. So like sometimes it'll be from films. Okay. Like they'll inspire like a certain emotion in me that unlocks something else, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember this thing. Or sometimes I'll dream melodies. That's happened to me so many times. Like I'll be sleeping.
It's like a blessing that came to you.
Yeah.
Like, I have
to
like,
do this. Shoot, I have to wake up like now and like voice memo this. A lot of times sometimes it'll be from a beat. like I'll hear the beat, I'm like, oh, I have to write to this. That happened with Lealtad actually, and I ended up pulling from a bunch of different experiences and made it all seem like it was from one person. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, no, they were all kind of buttheads.
You put it
but
together.
yeah, let's put it together to make like one Frankenstein situation. And so that'll happen. And then a lot of times it'll be like melodies literally like in the dreams that I'll be throughout the day, and they'll just come to me
Mhm.
and I'll voice memo them and record them. I studied English lit too in college.
Okay.
So I feel like that
You
helped a
tell
lot.
very good stories.
You know, I'm like, let me tap into the metaphors. And like even last night, as recent as that, I saw the new Dracula movie, A Love Story, and it made me so emotional. And I was like, oh, I have to write a song about like a love like this intense, like when you feel those emotions like that, a flor de piel. Like what does that sound like in a song, like an intense love like that? So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love how you just like made me feel that. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, a lot of times you want to like create a story with, I mean, obviously, you know, sometimes you want to just say what you're feeling, but when you're like when I hear beat, I think of what it makes me feel immediately. Like, is it dark? Is it happy? What kind of vibe? And then I just like create a story and then I just go with it, whatever comes out. And typically melodies do come first, but sometimes when it's something where like the words are coming with the melody, I'm like, oh, this is a hit.
Let's go.
That's it. Like it's just coming out. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I always like to understand everybody's different style of writing, you know, because there's not a right or wrong way to do it.
No, there's not at all. And like so many different things can inspire you. It could be other people's situations. I've done
that a lot.
Yeah, other people's situations, or I'll take like a seed of something that happened. I have a song Good For Me that's like this crazy tale of like two people, even in the video, like cheating on their spouses and they're together, like a forbidden love affair. That did not happen to me. I was like, I took a small seed of a situation and I'm like, what if this became that big? Like, what would that look like?
That's the beautiful thing about music. You create your own story, however it is that you want to portray it. And then you get you're the main character.
I love it. And I love then to play with that with the marketing too, right? To like play with people's heads a little bit like, yeah, I'm going to make you believe this story is so real. You're going to be like, how could she do this? Because people love
they eat that shit up.
Antics. They love it. But it's like, well, no. That was not
quite
true.
Happen like that.
And then we just sprinkle marketing on it so you could eat it right on up.
I love that. That's a smart lady right there. Let's talk about your EP that you have coming up.
Yes.
So Eros, right?
Yes.
Like erotica. What does Eros mean, right? Eros is like sentiment.
So it's actually about the Greek god Eros.
Okay.
So he's like the god of love and sex and debauchery, but like that deep, passionate romance and relationships.
So all your songs are sexy as fuck.
Thank you. So I was like, what could I name this EP? Like, because the songs that I did do, I mean, Lealtad I wrote in 2022. Volver I did write in 2024. Pa Mi and Starting Over I wrote, I believe, in 2023. So it's been a long time coming. And I was just like, I have to put out these songs and compiling them all together. I was just like, what am I talking about? What is one word to describe it? And then I just realized like they all express different facets of love. So like Starting Over, which will come out in November, it's the facet of love where it's love for your friends, for your family, for yourself. Like at the end of the day, like you could want and have a relationship all the day long, but you can't even give your best self to one when you don't actually like love yourself, when you're not actually grateful for the genuine people you have in your life now. Like,
that's true.
What does that look like? Volver talks about the aspect of like, oh, I gotta let my pride down. Like, we actually do really love each other. Like, let's just cut the crap and get back together. Because at this point, we're just not together because what?
Why?
That doesn't make sense. Lealtad is also about the point where sometimes it gets tricky. You're dealing with someone who's disloyal, who maybe not even totally disloyal, but a freaking liar and just playing games, playing with your mind. And it's like, I got to choose myself and be loyal to myself and get on out of here. And then Pa Mi is more about that sensual side of love. Of like, we're just having fun. We're having a good time. It's kind of like those beginning stages of like, oh my God, I just love this
the bliss,
so
the
much.
butterfly.
Yeah, the flirtiness. Like, I'm not really thinking about the
Long-term.
details right now because I'm just so happy to be in this moment. Can I just enjoy this? So I felt like Eros and the Greek god. I always like to like use mythology in some way because I love all of that. I was like, oh my God, that's perfect because it's like every aspect of love of which he hits. Like, yes, we have fun. We have that passionate romance. Then sometimes you got to peace out, choose yourself, and be that love goddess. Then sometimes it's like, I need to just focus on myself, my family, my friends, what I got going on, and be open to fresh new love. And then also, like, it's okay to go back. Like, it is what it is.
All different facets of a relationship.
Yeah, so that's why oh my
Eros
God, I
came
love this.
about.
I love this EP so much. Yeah. No, it was the first EP I got to
good.
do.
You should. You're proud of your work. You know, the fruits of your labor are paying off. And it's kind of crazy. You're saying you wrote these songs, like 22, 23. What was holding you back from releasing them? I mean, timing is everything, So perfect. Now the time is right for it to be coming out. But like, what made you, obviously something was holding you back. So what made you step into now as choosing now to do this?
So at that time, I had just moved down to Miami in 2021. Like, living out of the house for the first time, being independent for the first time. During 2020, I had a production deal that totally fell through. I got ghosted. So it's like I had to relearn my sound again. I had to find new collaborators. I had to figure out like, okay, how far can I push myself totally on my own with nobody telling me how to dress, what to look like, how to sound, like, oh, this has to be more commercial and blah, blah, blah. Because at the beginning of my indie career, like, I was just so heavily influenced by so many industry people that I had around me.
So you kind of got used to that.
So I got used to that. And it's just like, well, you have free will. Like, you don't have to look like what they say you have to look like because whatever person they want you to be like it's just silly stuff that now is totally irrelevant. And then also, financially, I wanted to be in a good place, in a better place. I wanted to figure out like really who I was as an artist. I was just like,
so you were finding yourself. So you were just making music, but you were still finding what was you. What was Isa Marina?
Exactly. So then once I got to that point, I was like, okay. And even health-wise, I was going through a lot too with hormonal issues. It was a lot at once. So once I'm like, okay, we made it here. Let's revisit these songs. So last year I went back and re-recorded. I think I re-recorded all of them minus Volver because that one I had just already done in that moment. And then I was like, okay, before I even start putting anything out, like, how do I want to look? How do I want to sound? Like, okay, I've had this health journey. Like, do I want to associate a color to myself? Like, what do I feel like? That's why you see a lot of the blue. It's like about those depths of love. I feel like things that you learn, you notice about yourself. Not even learn, they've always been there. But I realized like all of my songs are about love at the different depths and levels and like the ocean. Like there's a superficial level that's all glittery.
So now you know the blue behind Isa Marina.
Yeah, like in pretty, but as you get deeper, like it can be more complex. We don't know what's down there. I believe it's like 70% of
we don't know.
Water. We don't know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, that's me. So it was a process like of learning myself.
But it's great. Like
timing.
everything that you learned before, you're doing it now on your own. Because like people don't think about all those little intricate details that make you a full-rounded artist. So that's pretty cool. Everything you go through, is for a reason. They ghosted you, fuck them.
No, literally,
they weren't meant to have you.
They weren't. And it worked out for the better. Like I couldn't be happier. Like I was gonna say before, this is the first project I'm like, oh, I feel so happy, like genuinely happy. And I've had milestones before. Like I got to perform at iHeartRadio. I got to be on MTV and stuff like that. But this is the first time I'm like, wow, I'm getting to enjoy it.
This is you. This is your baby.
The first time I've been myself and not criticize myself so harshly, but because of outside influence, because of people that thought... And it's crazy. A lot of those people don't even work in music anymore anyway. Like, but it just goes to show.
They weren't doing something right.
Yeah. But it just goes to show. And I like to tell like other like younger artists that ask me like questions or for advice. I'm like, seriously, like figure out who you are. I promise you that's going to be the key that unlocks everything. And yeah, like stuff is still going to be hard every once in a while. I mean, that's just life.
Yeah.
It's life. But once you unlock that key, it just makes everything a little easier to navigate. Because it's like, okay, now I know where to set my boundary, my limits. I'll do this. I'm not doing this. Or, maybe I could be more flexible here. I could learn here. I'm open to criticism here. Because that's a part of it too. Like, you got to want to get better.
Of course.
And do things
with
differently.
Anything.
Yeah, so.
But I think you definitely laid out a lot of points that are important for, like you said, other younger artists or just any artist in general that is looking to enhance themselves as a full rounded artist. Those things, those, like I said, those little details that people don't think about. You obviously have thought about these things because of the experiences that you've gone through. Like, I have to show you guys. I could have sworn that she had a whole management team, but like, you came up with this on your own. Yeah. She came. This is so cute. You want to put it on this camera? Hold on. She came with a little bag. This is like such a cute bag. And it has, her logo on here. And then on the back, she made sure to put that Norwood management, you know what I'm saying? And then inside, I just think this is so cute. Like, what a nice gesture. We've got little stickers.
Period.
We got magnets. Where's the magnets? We got little pins. Yes. I'm going to make sure to put this on my bag, all right? So everybody, can we show here?
Yes.
Oh my God, my nails are not done though. There
like that.
Yeah, it's really cute. I really appreciate the gesture. And I think that was just like, that's what sets you apart. Not just the bag, but again, those little details. Those little details is everything, like with everything, like when somebody thinks of something in advance for you, it's just like, oh my God, that was so thoughtful, so thank you for being you. Thank you for being just an all-around artist as you are. You are amazing. You are doing the damn thing, girl, and you should be super proud of yourself.
You're gonna make so
What when you make your music, I know that you like to write, love songs, because that's what comes out. When somebody hears your music, what do you want them to leave with? What do you want them to take away from your songs?
Definitely that there's someone out there that understands them and what they've been through and what they're experiencing, but also that they can always still flourish. Like, even with my sad love songs, I still like to leave things open at the end, whether it's like sonically or a phrase I'll throw in there, like, yes, you're sad right now, or yes, you're enjoying this right now, or like, let's start with the sad part. Yes, you're sad right now, but you can always be a phoenix and evolve and grow and get up.
Everything
it's okay.
Is temporary.
It's temporary. And with the songs that are more upbeat and more hype, like, be that girl, be that guy, like, get out there, continue to do you and be you, have fun and enjoy life, because it really is. You have to, like, because it really is super short. So I want them to leave with that, like, feeling like they're understood and they can continue to be great. And if they're not feeling so great, they can grow to that. Like, it's not, I can't even tell you, like, how many times I'm like, oh, what am I going to do?
I know, like, it's the end of the world.
Be crashing out. And then it's like, okay, snap out of it.
It's fine.
By 10 minutes, like, you got to relax.
And I can't tell you how much I can relate to that.
It's like, you got to relax. Get it together.
That's funny as hell. Because I think it's an Aries thing. Yeah. It has to be. I mean, I'm not saying no other signs. I'm sure they do the same. But I think it's just more of an Aries thing. But anyways. Isa, I want to thank you again for being here. Is there anything else you want the world to know before we go and spin your record?
Absolutely. Lealtad, Volver, and Pa' Mi are out now. Go watch the music videos, go stream, listen, share, all of the things. And my Eros EP comes out this November. So tune in. Get that, and
you're gonna have the pre-save available.
Yes, the pre-save will be.
We have that.
It'll be available.
By the time we're watching this, it's gonna be out. So we're gonna put the link at the bottom so you could go check it out. Okay?
Yes.
Are you ready?
For having me.
Oh no! Thank you for being here.
Because we're not done here.
No, we're not done. Wait, I have to ask you the most important question.
Yes.
Are you ready to spin the record?
Yes.
All right.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Me miras de pronto y sé que esto va a cambiar. En lo más profundo me hablas sin explicar. Que en tu teléfono hay secretos y cuentos de más. Pero si seguimos envueltos en este mar, que yo me voy por mi rumbo, me cansé ya. La cosa no es igual. Corazón en alerta, tu lealtad. ya no hay necesidad. Así se fue y la miré. Tú no conoces la lealtad. Remember the night I was dating, bet you thought I made it, but I was fucking wrong. Blame it on what you're not hating, not myself you made me lose all control. Y tu teléfono guarda secretos y cuentos de más, pero así seguimos envueltos en este mar. Que yo me voy por mi rumbo, me cansé ya. La cosa no es igual. Corazón en alerta, tu lealtad no se conocía. Y yo me voy por mi rumbo, necesidad. Ya no hay necesidad. Así se fue y la miré. Yeah. Tú no conoces la lealtad. Dime, dime, why is it so hard to be loyal? Why is it so hard to be loyal?
No entiendo por qué me tratas así y me hablas de esta forma.
Dime, dime,
Después de todo,
why is it so hard to be loyal?
pero nada,
Why is it so hard to be loyal?
ya sé que
Y yo me voy por mi rumbo, me cansé ya. La cosa no es igual. Corazón en alerta, tu lealtad no se conocía. Y yo me voy por mi rumbo, necesidad. Ya no hay necesidad. Así se fue y la miré. Tú no conoces la lealtad. No conoces la lealtad, no conoces la lealtad. Tú no conoces la lealtad. Me miras de pronto y sé que esto va a cambiar. En lo más profundo me